What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time. Coming to you from Mighty Fan's living room yet again. So you know that means it's another pickup video. And I'm not trying to do my stand-up comedy act, but so I filmed that in here too a couple weeks back. But anyhow, this is, like I said, it's a pickup video. I got two NBA. I got one very special NFL pickup as well. And I'll get to that one. I'll save that one for the end. But first, I'll do them in the order that I received them. And as you see, I'm wearing the Adidas Swingman Circa 83 Home Dr. J Sixers throwback. And even though it's tough times right now for my beloved Sixers, hopefully we get the good ping pong ball this year. Either get a number 1 or number 2 overall pick, and get another. Another promising player here. Hopefully, to add to Michael Carter-Williams and Thaddeus Young. See what they can do. I like the coach, Brown, coming from San Antonio and all. I mean, he just doesn't have anything to work with here. They've lost like 16 or 17 in a row, but that's all right because you get more ping pong balls, so whatever. Go through the losing stages to get to hopefully the winning stages someday, and. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been a rough, season. Growing pains for a lot of those players, most of which probably won't be on the team next year. But Michael Carter-Williams looks like a young, promising player, and could be the Rookie of the Year this year. And Thaddeus Young is just a professional player. Even on a bad team, he's working hard every game, and he's my current favorite Sixer. So. There you go. But anyhow, enough of the woes of the Sixers. Let's take a look at when the Sixers were real. Now we talk about when they're bad. Let's take a look at when they were good. And I harken back to last week's retirement of number 3 Allen Iverson, my all-time favorite Sixer. The one Sixer that I followed his whole career as a Sixer, and I was at games that he played in, and just. My all-time favorite Sixer. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there for his retirement jersey, but number 3 in the rafters. But he's my all-time favorite Sixer. But one of my all-time favorite Sixers, as far as a historical standpoint goes, is Dr. J. And one of the reasons is because he really was one of the. I mean, he was such a trendsetter when you think of NBA. Even Michael Jordan said, I grew up watching Dr. J. I wanted to be like Dr. J. And so many players wanted to be like Dr. J. One of the all-time greats, 50 greatest players of all time. I mean, he came from the ABA, where he was a great scorer and a great champion with the New York Nets. In 1976, he comes to the Sixers. Really kind of starts the trend of the ABA players coming from the ABA to the NBA. In fact, some of the other ABA players from that era came to the Sixers too. Bobby Jones came to the Sixers. George McGinnis came to the Sixers. So they certainly had that flair from the ABA coming to the NBA. And the Sixers were almost like an ABA All-Star team, if you think about it, led by Dr. J back in those days. And in 1976, he became a Sixer, where he played his whole NBA career and won the championship in '83. But those Sixers teams in the 70s, of the late 70s, were some of the when you look at the highlights of they were putting on a show. They were the show back then. I mean, teams in other stadiums sold out to see the Sixers come to town, and they were the show. They had the Doctor, and of course they had some other great scorers on that team. Kobe Bryant's dad was on that team. Joe Jellybean Bryant, World B. Free was on that team. They had George McGinnis. It was just like a Darryl Dawkins. It was just a great team, great scoring team. Unfortunately, they lost the NBA championship in 1977 to the Portland Trail Blazers, and then some others to the Lakers before winning in '83, finally breaking through with Moses on the team, Moses Malone. But it was a great team. Even though they didn't win a championship till '83, they were still one of the great teams in the NBA. Just couldn't get past the Celtics or the Lakers those years. But then again, who did, right, back then? But so Dr. J is one of my all-time favorite Sixers as far as a historical standpoint. I never got to watch him play. I wish I did. But, he still is a player who I love watching those old highlights of. I wish I could have watched him play back in his heyday, but what can you do? Have a lot of respect for the doctor. Another thing about Dr. J is you talk about players these days. Dr. J just did it with class. He had class on the court. He had class off the court. And he still has class to this day. Just a classy guy, great player, but a humble player. And like I said, one of the all-time great players in the history of the NBA. And he played for the Sixers. So, there you go. So I picked up 2 other Dr. J jerseys. And to this point, prior to these jerseys, I never had a Mitchell & Ness Dr. J. I had the blue stars and stripes from the basically the one the Mitchell & Ness version of, but I had that. That was my first ever Dr. J jersey. Got that many years ago, Adidas Swingman. And then I got this one last year. I picked this up. So representing the 83 season when they won the championship. See, I got that. So let's go to the 2 Dr. J jerseys that I picked up on eBay. These are Mitchell & Ness, and they're from the late 70s. So we got the home white Sixers Dr. J right here. Really nice jersey. I really like this one. It's the stars and stripes, so it has the stars and stripes going down the side. I also have his Nets jersey, too. I have his New York Nets. That was the second Dr. J jersey I ever got. And then, of course, I got this one. But, so, there's the stars going down the side and the stripes. Very patriotic jersey right there. 606 on the front. It's circa the 1976-77 season. That was his first season as a Sixer. Really, really cool jersey right there. Irving 6, single stitched. 6 is double stitched, and the Sixers is double stitched on the front, and the 6 double stitched on the front as well. You can never go wrong with a Dr. J jersey, particularly a Sixers jersey. So there you go, 1976-77 home white, and I went with the matching set because I got the away blue. And this is the this is basically like the jersey. This is basically the jersey that Dr. J wore when he dunked over Bill Walton in the finals. You ever see that footage of him dunking? This is the jersey he's wearing. And it's the Stars and Stripes away Sixers, circa 1977, 1978. So this is a year later than the white one. And this was the year they lost to Portland in the finals. I believe they had like a 2-0 lead too, and then they lost the next. That was like the "We owe you Sixers." We owe you one Sixers, and it took them until '83 to do it. But so really, really nice jersey. The Sixers, as you see, it's a little different font there on the front, double stitched. The 6 is double stitched, and the Irving single stitched with that double stitched 6 on the back, and you got that nice, red and white trim going around. Another red, white, and blue Stars and Stripes Sixers jersey. So there you go. Really, really nice Dr. J jersey. So there you have it for the Dr. J collection. Now I have 4 Dr. J Sixers jerseys, and I have his Nets jersey, so I got 5 total. Someday I want to get one of the All-Star jerseys too, and I still want to get his red Sixers jersey from the 82-83 season, Mitchell & Ness or Swingman, either way. Just so I can have the set home and away from the championship here. And the red one was the one they won when they won the championship in LA in a 4-game sweep. Sorry, Laker fans, but it's true. I know the Lakers would get us back in 01, but what can you do? But yeah, Dr. J, one of the all-time greats, all-time classiest people in the history of sports, and one of the most iconic also. So there you go. There's the Dr. J pickups, and finally, I have another pickup here, a very special pickup. I want to give a special shout out to Murph on Facebook, of course, from Murph's Collectibles, and we all know him here in the Jersey Heads community. Murph from Rhode Island. I've gotten to know Murph over the years. He's a good friend of mine. I missed out on the Mitchell & Ness version of this jersey last year, and he was nice enough to say, I have this blank jersey that I know is in your size, and I can have it done up at a shop. He knows, and he gets stuff done to make this player's jersey. And so I took him up on it. I said, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go for it. And so it actually came in the mail yesterday, and here it is. It's not exactly like the Mitchell & Ness version, but to me, it's fine because it makes it certainly unique to me. And I always, have fond memories of it because it came from a good friend and Murph. And, thanks again, Murph, for it. and to that store too. And it's a circa 1983 Detroit Lions. It's not Barry Sanders. Well, you see, I do have the Barry Sanders jersey up with the 60th Annie patch. That's the Mitchell and Ness run I got last. Well, actually, this year for the as part of the winter sales event. But this is the 83 number 20. That's not Barry Sanders because he wasn't on the Lions in 83. That was the running back before him, Billy Sims, another great running back out of the University of, I believe it was Oklahoma. Pretty sure. So, number 20 on the front is screen print, heat pressed, just like the the Lions wore back in the day. This is a Made in USA Wilson jersey too, so it's a pretty heavy duty, cool jersey right there, and it's got again that heat pressed 20 on the front, just as Mitchell and Ness made for their Billy Sims jersey. And it's also got this awesome 50th anniversary patch for the Lions on the front. So we all know most of us jersey heads love the extras on jerseys, so I always wanted the Mitchell and Ness jersey because of this patch in particular, and also because I wanted a Billy Sims. But I was able to get the jersey here with the patch, which is really cool. It's got the heat press 20s on the sleeves, and then on the back you got Sims heat pressed on 20 in those old Lions colors. And again, the store did a really good job with this, and Murph did a really good job too, making sure that they had enough pictures, to use as reference to make this. So, it's a unique Billy Sims jersey. You're not going to see this again. Anyone else with this in their collection, because it was done special. So again, I thank Murph very much for this. It means a lot to me to have the Billy Sims Lions with the 50th patch, the 83 version. Now, the difference between this one and the Mitchell and Ness also doesn't have the stripes on the sleeves, but again, it is another thing that kind of makes it unique. No one else is really gonna, be able to have that. So that's special for me. A lot of people might have the Mitchell and Ness version, but this one's custom done, so it makes it all the more better for me. So again, thank you to Murph very much. I'll definitely be giving this a lot of wears, and I'll always remember that. So again, big shout out to you, and thanks again for this. One jersey head looking out for another, so it's always appreciated, and that just shows the strength of this community here, and what people will do for others. I just think that's awesome. So there you go. Thanks again to Murph. 1983 Billy Sims, away white Detroit Lions, and of course the swag factor would be the Lions Mitchell and Ness older logo hat. Go with it. The snapback. So, and it also goes with that Barry Sanders. So, let's get it up here. So we got the 83 Sims, and we got the 93 Barry Sanders, the 50th anniversary Lions and the 60th anniversary Lions. Shout out to Big Baby, which I haven't seen in a while. I hope everything's going well for him, and hope you're doing well there, Big Baby, holding it down in the Motor City. So they're the two number 20s together. Sims and Sanders, two of the all-time great running backs, of course, for the Detroit Lions too, and Barry Sanders and Sims, two of the greatest in the history of the NFL. Sims had a shorter career than Barry Sanders, but certainly he had some great seasons with the Lions. And so so anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I actually have another one to be done because I have two more things coming in the mail. I got a really good deal on one jersey, and I picked up another one. I kind of took a chance on another one, and Big Slim knows which one. But I took a chance on it, and we'll see. Once it shows up in the mail, I'll have a pickup video for you again from the living room of those two jerseys once they show up once again in my possession. So anyhow, as always, everyone, big shouts to all my subscribers, all my fellow jersey heads, all my family, all my friends, fellow DeviantArt members, anyone I'm forgetting. This is Mighty Fan, as always, saying peace, and a big shout once again to Murph. Thank you very much, Murph. Great jersey, as you see. Fits right in with the collection, and it will be worn proudly for many years to come. So thanks again. I really appreciate that. And thank you to all my watchers, of course, the viewers of the channel. Um, Hope you guys keep enjoying the video. I know I feel like one of the last of the holdouts though. It's just me and a few other people doing these videos on YouTube for jersey pickups, but it's still fun. And as long as it's going to be fun for me, I'm still going to film because that's what I do. So I'll go ahead and post a link to this on the groups on Facebook also. Big shouts to all you guys too. Great stuff as always, pictures and videos and whatever it gets posted. It's always fun to see. You guys have some amazing collections out there, so keep doing it. And as always, this is Mighty Fan once again coming to you from Mighty Fan's living room, saying peace, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, everyone, take care. Bye.